Dobra, skończyłem tu i teraz trochę sobie pomogłem, żeby... Co jest? Nie mogę chodzić. Co jest? A, problem z klawiaturą. Trochę sobie pomogłem, bo chcę jak najszybciej skończyć tą grę, żeby móc Wiedźmina zagrać. No dobra. You keep going under. No dobra. Trochę prawdy w tym jest. Czemu nie odbierze? Masz zasięg w takiej kamienicy? Mop. Detergent. Ręcznik. Zwłoki starego człowieka. Już zgniłe, oblazłe przez gówno. Prawdopodobnie leżały tu z miesiąc. A co się obok nich? Mam klucz. Dobra. Tu? Tu? No, wiem co robić, mówiłem. Muszę wrócić.
Thanks for the letter.
Hey David.
There was another corpse. I think one of the servants.
Jeszcze...
A few months?
Yeah, it is. It's not like he got stuck there and couldn't get out. He was clearly murdered with a knife. What a ridiculous place. I never wanted to come somewhere so shady.
What about it is shady?
Since when are there castles in this country? I thought something was up the moment my boss told me about the castle tour. Then I found out it's the mansion of some European guy from the colonial era. And it's got a history of Native American persecution. You can't open this kind of place to the public. You wouldn't get a tourist trap, you get a lawsuit. What was that Brendan guy even thinking? Guess we'll never know now.
If you were suspicious, then why did you come?
Because Helena wanted to. But had I known it was this bad, no way. I wouldn't want her to learn this kind of bloody history. With a month off, I could have taken her anywhere, but I chose here. And then this happens.
So, it was for Helena.
No.
You never seemed to pay her much mind, so I thought you didn't even like her, honestly.
I wanted to pay her more attention, but I couldn't. My subordinate kept calling so much, I couldn't catch a break.
Detectives have it rough. They're still cool, though.
I'm on vacation, so I'm just a plain old guy right now. Come on, let's go.
No właśnie, chodźmy. Pamiętasz, gdzie był ogród? David, pamiętasz, gdzie był ogród? Pamiętasz, gdzie znaleźliśmy małą głupią dziewczynę? Pamiętacie, gdzie jest ogród? Chyba tu, może tu, gdzieś? Nie. Nie, na pewno nie tu. O ja pierdolę. To miało trwać chwilę. Chciałem jak najszybszy zrobić gameplay. Może nie, tam byłem. Chwilę. Czy... Tu na pewno nie. Tędy. Teraz idziemy dobrze, David. Już pamiętam. Chyba. Tak mi się wydaje. Bo teraz idziemy, będzie ten stół. A jak my jej szukaliśmy... tej psotnej dziewczyny... O kurwa, kompletnie nie tu. So wrong, I was so wrong. David, weź przypomnij mi, jak mapa by się w tej grze przydała. Ja dole, mapa to by było tak zajebiste rozwiązanie. Więc Sophie została zaatakowana mniej więcej tu!
Keith, are you going in there?
Can't I?
Well,
Don't tell me you're afraid.
when I was a kid, this wild dog chased me around for like an hour.
You're such a big guy, you're really a wimp.
Czekaj, wiesz co? Zapiszę. O. To było dziwne. Coś jest napisane na podłodze. All wanna hear is right tone. Coś z dźwiękiem będzie?
You're more heartless than I thought, David.
Ah.
In there.
Don't mind him. Let's go.
Your mother's crying down in hell, you know. Can't you hear your mother's pitiful wails? Why did my dear Davy leave me alone? I don't want to be alone. Please don't leave me alone. Davy, oh Davy.
Calm down.
Hardcore. Nie słuchaj go.
David, doesn't
Każdemu
it
to
hurt
mówisz i nikt cię nie
leaving
słucha.
your mother all by herself? A real thoughtful son. He'd go to be by her side right away.
Słuchaj mnie, nie jego. Mnie. Jestem twoim kumplem, jestem twoim towarzyszem. Słuchaj mnie, a nie gościa, który jest mordercą.
To hell with that weak woman who always clung to you.
Let go.
Nawet to nie jest tak...
I won't let him talk like that.
Settle down. Don't open that door.
Let go!
You stupid brat! You don't listen to a word, do you? Never listens, never learns. Must have put your old man through a lot of trouble.
What's that?
I said your father must have had it real hard with you. Jumping into danger alone, following when I tell you to stay. That's not being a brat. I don't know what is.
Say that one more time.
So it's not just your eyes that are busted, but your ears too? Or is it your head to blame? Getting riled up over every little thing. Think punching me will calm you down. Then go ahead.
Ha? Przegadał cię. Widzisz? Uspokoiłeś się. Możemy zostać kumplami, ale... No cóż... Muszę otworzyć drzwi. To po i zrobić szybki unik, bo strzała wystrzeli na mnie. Spoiler alert! Haha! Wezmę. Coś tu jeszcze jest? A, tylko kusza. No dobra, to wszystko, okej. Chodźmy stąd. I teraz pójdziemy w lewo. Tu. Tu jeszcze nie byliśmy. Nie lubię tych schodów. Drzwi są zamknięte, ale mam teraz mały klucz.
Hey there, David. What are you looking up at? Look down below.
O kurwa.
I finally got you snared. That detective was a bit too perceptive earlier. Killing you would put me at a big advantage. A critical hit to the detective. Oh, this is getting good.
Gram Davidem.
Exactly. This may sting a bit, David, but not for long. Now hurry, Batman. Robin's gonna be a canary.
Dobra. Mam kurtynę? Muszę założyć ją. Super. Mogę? Jej! Jezu, jeszcze? Zdążymy, nie martwcie. David, my byśmy nie zdążyli. Kurwa, David. Siedź. O nie. Gdzie to może być? Jezu! Może tu? Nie? Nie? Może to? Nie to. Kurwa. Nie wiem. O nie! O nie! Kurwa, cały chuj. Nie wiem. Shit! Nie martw się, David. Tym razem mi się uda. To znaczy, tak myślę. Chcę w to wierzyć. Chcę w to wierzyć, że 2 minuty to dali specjalnie tak dużo czasu, żebym miał czas się wrócić. Tu. Te schody. I tu. I teraz to. Tak. Muszę chyba zejść na dół. Wow. Jakoś nie wierzę. Ale spróbuję. O nie! O kurwa. Ja pierdolę. Serio, aż tyle każecie zrobić? Tu? Nie. Ja pierdolę, znowu mi się nie uda? Sayonara! O jest. Kurde! Blade. Fuck! Nie? Powinienem wrócić. A tu było bez kitu, tutaj gdzieś. Tu, no! Widzisz, tym razem nam się uda. Spoiler jest dobry. Bez spoilera nigdy bym tego nie zrobił w życiu. Aż tak szybko nie myślę. Mogę sobie teraz... Dawaj. Ała. Ała.
Stand up.
Touch me.
What are you doing?
Tak by ci ryja spaliło? Nie wiem.
Keith!
You okay?
Yeah, I guess. I think I got a bump on my head just now.
Good.
Jeszcze taki mały sobie spoiler jebnę.
You go back to
O,
the room.
dobra.
This happens again. I can't afford to save you.
Sorry, it's my own stupidity to plan.
That's not the problem. If anything happens to you, I'm the one left with a crying Shirley.
Isn't there anyone who'd cry for you?
Maybe not anymore.
Huh?
Still want to tag along?
Yeah.
Do what you like. I'm exhausted.
No. Teraz wracamy. Ale jestem porobiony. Cały we krwi. Tobie, David, tak naprawdę nic się nie stało. Ja pierdzielę. Myślę, że źle jest z Gifem. To znaczy, ja nie jestem cały we krwi. Tak naprawdę... No, jestem we krwi. O kurwa. Gif. Co jest z tobą nie tak? Zapiszę. Ale tu. Już chyba wycieńczony jesteś, co? Damn. Oh. Wykrzyknik.
Keith, let's rest a little. If you don't take a break...
Shut up. This isn't the time.
I'm tired, okay? Let me rest. Or are you gonna drag around an exhausted citizen, detective?
Lend me your lighter. You've got one smoke to rest.
The heck is that guy anyway? How does he know about my mom? And Shirley's past? It's really disturbing.
David, did you celebrate your birthday with Shirley last month? Or was it...
Oh, I scheduled a meal with Shirley, then celebrated with Paul and Marion the other... Huh. Did I ever tell you my friends' names?
I chyba nie będę miał dobrego zakończenia. Chyba spierdoliłem. Nie zrobiłem jednej bardzo kluczowej rzeczy.
Sorry about your mother.
O Jezu.
Brain tumors are like a landmine. One misstep means trouble. But I guess they don't teach you how to dodge landmines in flight school, huh?
What?
Oh, and you want to toughen your stomach for anchovies and liver.
Hold on a second. What do you know about my mom, too? And my friends in school? I never told you any of that.
Keep this between us. But working as a detective for 15 years, you get to know stuff. Like what someone's done in the past, just by looking at their faces. Maybe that big-headed freak is the same.
You're kidding, right?
You think I'm kidding? You're a real sucker. Take care you don't get swindled someday.
What's this about? What do you know all about me?
You were taken to the police after the incident with your mother. Remember the detective who questioned you?
I was pretty dazed at the time, so I don't really remember.
Eric Simpson, my subordinate. It was only an attempted crime, so he was the only one to handle you. And you know, he's got a real messy desk. He lets case files and the like pile up so high they even topple over onto my desk. I saw some files on you among them. Your history, your family, that kind of info. And and the ones who verified your identity were your friends Paul and Mary and Martin. I remember them well, especially because that Paul guy made a huge ruckus at the station. He was the one that ate too many chili dogs too.
And the anchovies. Oh yeah, I mentioned that at dinner. But I didn't tell you I hated liver, did I?
I hate anchovies myself, and I hate liver. That's all.
Why did you make a guess for that one?
Because you're stupid enough that I thought it'd fool you.
If you know so much about me, why didn't you say so when we first met?
Because I was suspicious of you.
Huh?
A year and a half ago, you found a hanged body in an abandoned house in another state. The state police came to us trying to determine the guy's identity. That's when I read your testimony, and it was real sketchy.
Sketchy? Why?
I understand you were looking for the guy who formerly lived in your apartment, but how did you track him down without even knowing his name, or what he looked like? You said you followed notes, but when you were asked to show him, you said you lost them. You said you shot a man in the house, but there was no gunpowder on the gun, no dropped cartridges, most importantly, nobody to shoot. And then you just happened to find that former tenant's corpse. You gotta know that's suspicious.
But it's true. I was led there by the notes he wrote. Once I found the body and called the police, I realized they were gone. And I did shoot someone, but I'm not sure if it was a person.
As you testified, but I guess that doesn't matter so much now. I was wary of you because of what you could have done. I didn't want to leave Helena with a madman. If you did anything even a little weird, I was going to turn around and take my wife home.
Do you still distrust me?
When we first met on the boat, I intentionally told you that I was a detective. Somebody with something to hide would be alarmed. But then you just said cool, so I was a bit less wary. You might be crazy for all I know, but you haven't shown any sign of being dangerous. Listen, everyone's got bad stuff in their past. For somebody who shouldn't know it to dig it up and use it against you, that'd agitate and anger most people. He knows that well. He's showing off what he knows to upset all of you and control your actions. He's done it to you, to Richard, to Lance.
Lance, too?
He's an ex-journalist. Took photos of that job, too. When he published articles, he signed his photos with LK. He investigated the state police during a sexual assault and murder case 3 years back, but went too far. The victim's family and civil liberties group attacked him for invasion of privacy, and he was driven out of journalism.
How do you know
Nie
about
dziwne.
that, Keith?
Doesn't matter.
Well, I understand that those are the guy's methods, but how does he know all of our pasts in the first place?
The Boogie Man lives in your closet, right? So, he's always watching. Watching when you nearly killed your mother. Watching when you were snuggling with your wife in bed.
Don't make threats like that.
He's only human. The appearance, the weapon, the info, it's all just to scare us.
You're taking it pretty well, though.
It's all cheap tactics. It's not going to scare me.
Yep, that's our
Twardziel.
detective. Nothing scares him, even though his wife might be in danger.
If I let myself be shaken, you'd all follow suit. I can't protect anyone if I get distracted. A detective doesn't just go fishing for corpses. I've got my lousy pride and my duty. Can't just watch while someone kills people with a grin on their face.
Even if you're forsaking someone important to you?
What are you trying to say?
There's a big gap between your ideal and what you really want. It's contradictory. Isn't that painful for you? I wanted to be a pilot, but thinking about it now, I think I was just too stubborn to see anything else.
So?
You'll understand someday.
Thinking of taking a nap here?
Keith,
Właśnie,
those things
chodźmy.
you said
Może
before,
jeszcze uda się naprawić
were
to.
you trying to make me angry?
I don't intend on telling anyone your history, nor your family problems. Sorry if you're still pissed. No.
To chodź. Może się uda jeszcze naprawić to, czego nie zrobiłem wcześniej. Nie! Nie! Nie będzie dobrego zakończenia! Nie! Nie! Dobra, tym razem zrobiłem wszystko, co trzeba było. Chyba. Tak myślę, sprawdzę. Dobra, poprawiłem to. Zajęło mi to z 15 minut tak naprawdę, jak już się wie co robić. No dobra, zacznijmy tego. Obrzydliwe. Zajebiście obrzydliwe. Fajne. Dzięki, David. Nie poradziłbym sobie bez ciebie. Zapiszę. Jak znowu się pomylę, to ja pierdolę. No cóż, chyba muszę. Może tu? Przypał. Okej. Biblia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No dobra, i tak już użyję tego gówna, żeby sobie pomóc. Pomagam sobie internetowo, żeby skończyć to, bo Wiedźmina chcę już kurwa grać. Wiedźmina! Tutaj coś jest?
Hey, stop that, would you?
Huh?
Stop that thing. It's hurting.
What the?
Your phone! I hate hearing phones ring. Make it stop!
Calm down! Where are you hearing a phone ringing? There's no phone ringing. In fact, I think I lost my cell phone earlier.
Wow.
I hate that
Why?
because it always brings bad news. Excuse me. Bearing here? Yes, that's right. I'll be there.
Mr. Baring, sorry to have called you. Your wife said she couldn't look, but we need you to confirm.
It's my son.
Are you sure?
He's wearing the clothes from this morning. My wife sewed his name on then. Todd Baring. Check behind the neck.
You have my deepest condolences. Sign here. We'll send you a pamphlet for a mortician. Refer to it if you wish.
Ale tak jakby ci ulżyło,
Thank you.
brzmisz.
There's a nurse waiting outside. Tell them if you need any help. Now, please excuse me.
Wow, zero emocji od lekarza. Co za świat pozbawiony uczuć.
Helen. It's me.
Hey, Keith, you off loitering. You gotta hurry. The suspect's on the move. Head.
Stay with me.
Wow! Ale bym rozpierdolił ten telefon.
Helena, please don't leave without telling me.
It's been a year now. You always stayed with me. You always supported me. But I can't do it. I can't stop the tears. You got back on your feet, but I can't do anything but cling to you. But I can't drag you down with my weakness anymore. So...
You know what I thought when I saw his body? I thought I failed. Can you believe that? That a parent would think that after losing a child? But it's true. Everyone has one leg in a coffin. If they aren't careful, they can easily fall in. No exceptions. But I didn't. I prayed that my family would be an exception. I wanted them to be there smiling at me forever. When I saw him in the hospital, something died in me. I wanted to kill the one who took my son from me. And you know, some people smile about the deaths of others. I lost all hesitation to punish those people. I thought if they were gone, it would all end. But it'll never end. I still hear someone scoffing at me, saying, "You couldn't even protect your own son."
It's not your fault.
That's what they all say.
No! It's what I really think.
Then what should I have done? I always felt like such a clown. He died while I was out running around, trying to save others, so the audience just points at me and laughs. I didn't know anything anymore. Why I smiled, why I cried, why I got angry. I forgot how I even expressed those things. Even when I saw him dead, I didn't cry. Now it's just you. You're all I have left. I'll keep praying for a sunny day, and until then, I'll be your umbrella.
Who will keep you from getting wet?
I don't care if I get wet. Helena, if you give up on me someday, I want you to just forget about me. But please, for my sake, don't leave me alone.
Szachmat!
Don't cry.
I never cry.
No, you're crying. You've always been crying. I'm sorry for pushing my complaints on you. I'll get strong. Whatever happens, here's someone.
I'm scared of phones ringing. I feel like someone's... Ever since then, I haven't been able...
Why'd your son die?
Run over by a truck. Driver died instantly. I couldn't blame anyone. I still have idiotic thoughts. Like if I hadn't answered that call,
Lol.
maybe nothing would have even changed. If I'd had been with him. It's completely stupid. It changed nothing. What could I... Sorry for grabbing you.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
I know.
No, you don't understand. You're clever, so you're trying to fool yourself, saying, "It's not my fault," to convince yourself of that. But you can't fully deceive yourself. Deep in your heart, you still blame yourself. So you desperately try to protect. Protecting people as a detective lets you make up for it. You can replace your guilt with pride and a sense of duty. But that isn't going to save you. Even if you only protect what you really feel is important, no one will blame you for it.
Don't act like you know so much. I'm only doing what I should.
And you're deceiving yourself with it.
You're wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Then why's my son dead?
It's not your fault. Everyone has things they're powerless to help.
Bo przejechał go kierowca.
So stop lying to yourself, please. Just forgive yourself.
Let's go.
Teraz tutaj wpiszę kod. 5, 7, 1, 1. Jej! Kurwa, nie przejdę. Jej, przeszedłem.
At last, I finally got a hold of you. Oh dear, hurt all over. But what else could I do? You just wouldn't stop running, miss, no matter how much I hurt you. But well, our game of tag's come to a close now. Yes, you can't outrun the scary, scary Boogie Man. Are you relieved it's over, or are you still scared? Well, madam, do you want to run?
You're an unbelievable idiot.
Say again.
I called you an idiot. You thought I was running because I was scared? You think I'm scared of you? Maybe you've spent too long in your little closet world to understand. You've convinced yourself that women and children are all scared of you. What were you planning once you caught me? Kill me? And then
Nie teraz! Nie!
you'd go to kill Keith. You told me you had Keith in your hands. Whether he'd live or die was up to me. I guess that was true. And all this time you've been foolishly chasing after me. You could never kill him. I'm weak. I can't be as strong as Keith is. If I can keep your attention away from Keith by running all the time. You poor, stupid little Boogie Man. You really... Go ahead. Have fun in your little world. Call yourself a villain. Don't you dare lay your hand on him!
You talk.
Oh!
That's terrible. Let's hurry and look for Helene. Keith? Keith! What are you doing? Keith! Hey! What are you staring at? Are you asleep?
I'm awake. David, you look for Helena. She should be...
Huh? What about you? What are you gonna...
Spokojnie.
I'm going to go kill a monster.
No. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Oj, nie tu. Nie. Wyżej się nie dało? Wyżej się nie dało?
Wait, Dad. Leave the door open, and
Why?
the boogeyman will come.
Kurde, już mi się śpieszy, bo mam egzamin z prawa jazdy.
What kind of...
He has long nails and kidnaps kids.
A kidnapper? Well, can't leave a guy like that on... Alright, Dad'll give him a... Hey, Boogie, you in there? What? Hey, let go!
Dad? Dad!
It was a little tough, but I got him good. No worries, son. Old Boogie won't come for you anymore.
Uno moment.
Would I lie? Me and Mom are in the bedroom right there, you know. You still... Oh, need your stuff done, do you?
Chłopak z królikiem, ja miałem Actionmana, pamiętam w dzieciństwie. Słabo.
No way! I'm not a wuss, Dad. I can sleep by myself.
That's the spirit. Listen, Todd. If the boogeyman comes to get you again, Dad'll beat him up. I'm not gonna let anyone...
'Cause you're...
'Cause I'm Dad. Good night, son. Should I leave the light on?
It's okay. I've got you and Mom.
Good night.
Sweet.
Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the book. Have you ever thought about a detective? Thought you have an enemy? Who or what it is, you don't
Boogie,
even know.
yeah.
Maybe it doesn't even exist. Maybe it's all in your head. But you know there's something tormenting you. Always making it so painful.
Boogie. Zjadłem i jestem pełny energii.
To make an enemy of the whole world, right? So, just making one enemy will do. I chose you as my enemy. Have I become yours? Oh well, either way, we're gonna settle this right here.
Ooh.
Let's end this wonderful game now. Can you beat this final boss and take back your beloved wife? What's so...
Boy, you're really having a blast, huh? What's so funny that you can be all smiles all the time? Total opposite of me. I don't remember the last time I laughed. But I guess we were pretty similar after all. In a sense, it was all a lie. You're always grinning ear to ear, but you're scared, aren't you? So you keep running. You can't go head to head with me. You and me are just acting. You're no scary monster, and I'm no paragon of justice. Final boss? Huh. A big baddie should be a pretty sly guy, shouldn't they? But taking hostages, always on the run, the only thing you can chase after is girls' rumps. You know, I wasn't planning to do anything with you. As long as the others were safe, I was fine leaving you be. I'd secure your hostages and scram, then just leave you to the local police.
Przecież już zabił mnóstwo ludzi na początku.
Because I'm not chasing you. You just keep running from me. What I'm really chasing after. Sorry, but it ain't you. That's right, it's not you. You are my enemy? Spare me the sleep talk. Why would I make my enemy a dunce who just sneaks away? A coward who hides in the closet and threatens kids. And your enemy? Not me either. You've got a lot more enemies. If you go to the slammer, you're gonna be a real popular guy. But this is a great chance. No hostages to get in the way, no one watching, so I can do whatever I like with you.
Fajnie.
Detective, criminal, that doesn't matter now. You've done the #1 thing to get on my bad side. You chased after my wife's rump. That alone is enough reason for me to beat you.
Yay!
Don't you think, Boogie?
Ooh.
Can't afford to laugh anymore, can you? Back to your closet, Boogie Man. You don't have what it takes to make it over here.
Jak ja mam go pokonać? A. Co? Tylko nie czaję. A. Może nie. Co jest, kurde?
Oh, and none of your jokes were funny.
Chwilę. Kurwa, nie widziałem, co się działo. On mnie zranił?
Oh, and none of your jokes were funny.
Taka dziwna walka. Taka fajnie zrobiona w sumie. To on ma nóż.
So is this just a warm-up practice, or are you actually gonna attack? Oh, is that it? I was just about to have fun.
O, suplex! Wow, to było zacne!
So is this just a warm-up practice, or are you actually gonna attack? Oh, is that it? I was just about to have fun.
Znowu suplex, jeb! Ale miałem nadzieję, że go zabijemy.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm gonna find him.
Did you?
Czemu tak poprzebijałem? Bo mi się śpieszy.
Don't you get?
Stop, you two.
We'll go search together. I'll lead the way. Sophie and Shirley, you hold hands. And Lance, you watch the rear.
Papa.
You really want to go?
Yes, we'll be all right together. And there's something
What's that?
This whole incident may just be a great big farce.
What do you mean?
Let's be going.
Czyżby to było, żeby naprawić stosunki między...
Helena!
Nie.
Where are you? Helena!
Za obrazem? Za pomnikiem?
Helena!
David!
Are you...
That man knocked me out. I woke up here. I was unconscious the whole time. Keith!
Helena!
Keith!
Ciekawe, co się stanie z Boogie Manem. Hop.
Always on the run, huh? But marijuana addicts can move better than you. What's in that big head?
Co?
Brendan?
You lose. Detective.
Tyknął mnie nożem? Wow!
You're Brendan? Stop moving around!
Keith! Hello?
We have to stop the bleeding. Lance!
Richard, help me out!
Sophie, find something to tie him with.
Wow!
Keith!
God.
Keith?
Nie! Nie! Kryjów!
No more running.
No! Keith, stay with me, please! Keith!
Smuteczek? Chyba smuteczek.
I'm sure glad to be alive now. Feeling glad to even have air to breathe.
Ale... Przecież widzieliśmy, jak głowę ścinał.
Don't you say a word about all this. Especially not to your coworkers. If it takes money to shut your
Oh, bribery.
my own pockets. Listen, you guys can distort the truth all you want, but this is different. I've got no tolerance for people pointing and laughing
Czyli
at a
przeżył?
wounded friend.
Do I gotta tell you again? I'm not a gossip guy. I won't ask for money, and I won't say a peep, because I'm grateful to the guy. So quit hounding me. But, as an involved party, I talked to Brendan at dinner. Heard he got tired of the musty old castle and ran to Hollywood. Had a lot of fun in the movie biz. So what was the motive?
Guy's gone silent. Sounds like he convinced you he was a goody two-shoes. But I bet you heard a different story in Hollywood. Now that's the kind of thing your lot should be writing about. Nobody knows people's past, usually. But it's easy to fool you into thinking otherwise with a little acting. And once you know somebody's past...
Dobra, jebać! Jebać! Co się stało z Davidem?
Not sure of the motive yet, but he was pretty systematic about it. Spent a ton of cash beforehand to check up on all the tour attendees.
On you?
'Cause I was going to be on that tour.
No wonder I thought he knew me. The hell, so he just researched?
That's the oldest trick in the book for us. Saying, I know all about you. It makes you superior to the other person, so you can control them. Then they freak out and have to submit. He knew that. Seeing right through people without any tricks. That's what makes a real monster, ain't it? In his case, he just used money and connections to dig up people's past, and played the part of a monster.
But the research wasn't to select candidates, so he just picked randomly.
Now, my turn to ask questions. What you tell me is the only way I can figure out this incident. Give me a... First, Brendan, or Boogie rather. What...
How should I say it? I suppose he had no emotion, that's how... He said such terrifying things without a care.
Keith told me he was a real jester.
Czyli kim żyje?
Jester? Absolutely not. I would have much preferred if he were at least a little silly. He was a very disturbing, terrifying man. He was totally calm as he did awful things.
Richard, you seem to have a suspicion he might be Brendan. Why do you think that?
When my daughter went missing, and I panicked thinking that man might have taken her, Keith told me something. This was the kind of person who would show corpses as decoration, so if he did take Sophie, he'd show off proof of it, meaning she was still safe. Luckily enough, I didn't see them, but indeed, evidently, there were many dead bodies left around. As Keith said, my daughter hadn't fallen into his grasp. He was correct in his assumption. That made me realize something. Keith said he saw the moment Brendan's neck snapped, and his corpse was quickly dropped into the basement. Isn't that odd? Why did he quickly put Brendan's corpse out of sight? Why did he treat him differently from the other victims?
'Cause he didn't want you investigating it. He's got some keen insight, I'll give him that. So you suspected this was a farce plotted by Brendan?
No, well, I suggested that since Keith hadn't checked the corpse, he might still be alive. I only wanted to believe there was a chance he was alive. I had no conviction about the rest, so I didn't speak about it to Keith. I wouldn't dare risk throwing him off with my amateur opinion.
Apparently, Keith saw the moment Brendan's head came off, actually.
Was it a doll?
Right you are. Packed with neat little blood packs, it seems. Brendan was hung upside down and had his mouth taped up, and it was dark enough to be hard to tell who's who. And since Keith saw the tour conductor killed right after that, of course, he'd think Brendan was killed too.
If I'd said something, maybe this could have been resolved soon, even when Keith was running.
Don't worry about it. Keith did all that 'cause he wanted to. That's all.
Dobra. Ruszmy dalej.
Hear what?
Ciekawe, czy Sophie też się teraz zakocha w tym.
Anything. What you thought. What you noticed.
Well, I knew he was a fake. Because I've met the real Boogie Man.
Sophie, stop it. Not this tale again.
Fine, if you say so, Papa. Guess I'm not saying a word.
Go ahead, please. Meeting the real Boogie Man sounds pretty juicy.
Maybe not really met. He just touched my shoulder. But his hand was cold as ice. Right away, that guy's hands were human, though. They had warmth, so I knew he was just a regular guy.
Huh. So Boogie Man's hands are cold, eh? I'll tell that to my little squirt. Anything else you noticed?
I feel like he might get angry if
I won't.
That guy had this cold and emotionless air, like you couldn't tell what he was thinking at all. It reminded me of Mr. Keith.
You still think that way?
Not even, because Mr. Keith got really mad at me. He was like,
Red paint? On his...
Kurde, blade, ale długie.
Keith told me he had a weird... And one more thing. Did you see any red graffiti in the castle? Or any monsters?
No, I didn't.
Mr. Hoover, you're colorblind, if I recall. Maybe you just couldn't see the paint.
Yeah, but it's white and pink I get mixed up. I can see red just fine.
Well, and you, miss?
I saw quite a bit of the castle, but none of that.
Don't get me wrong. I don't think you're lying. The others said they saw nothing too. But then, that makes Keith the one talking nonsense.
I don't think Keith is necessarily lying.
What do you mean?
Because people don't always see the same things you do.
Thanks for the assistance, you two.
Is not everything settled yet?
The police there are in the middle of their investigation. My role is just to assist. I'm going to report your testimonies to them, and that's that. I'll be off now.
When our son died, I thought I don't
Boże, no daj mi, co z Davidem? Już skończmy to, mam prawo jazdy zaraz.
But I had been broken, and he was always supporting me, so he never faced up to himself. I struggled to be at least a little stronger. Next time, I would protect him, since... But I could.
Spoko.
And I realized I was a
Wystarczy,
burden
żebyś
on him.
była.
So, even if we're far apart, as long as he can laugh again, then that's the best choice I can make.
My wife always brings... And last Father's Day, my little squirt tried cooking me a meal. I definitely don't need milk to get to sleep. And the kids cooking, I'll be blunt, it ain't good. but I'm glad for it. Usefulness and collateral don't mean a thing with this stuff. Keith didn't stay close to you expecting something in return. That's just what he wanted to do.
Ładnie.
You guys have got too much sympathy. You don't mind getting hurt for the sake of the other. But can't you notice that one of you being hurt hurts the other? You've just been getting more and more wounded as you go along. You're propping Keith up too, Helena. He can fight day after day, because he knows you're waiting at home, as much as I tease him about it. Don't think of yourself as baggage. Depend on him as much as you need. That's what he wants too.
Keith grabbed my hand.
And what he said?
Got you.
Because he finally got what makes him happiest. But, man, too much discrepancy between your guys' testimonies and... Hey, Helena, he went back home from the hospital today, right? Can I come talk with him now?
I'm sorry. Before he goes...
Syna.
And I'm planning to head there Keith.
I've always wanted to cry like this. I never forgot about him. Ever since he died, I was scared. I felt like even the slightest sign of weakness would make it all crumble. I acted like I felt nothing, like nothing disturbed me. I thought then it was so stupid. It was all garbage, but I acted like a champion of justice. And I saw you were safe, and you came up to me. Acting strong just made me weak. It was pointless. Todd would never forgive his father's. I'll take off the blindfold. I'm gonna laugh, even if it's at a stupid TV show. If I'm pissed, I'll get... First, I guess there'll have to be counseling. There's something seriously wrong with my head, seems like. It's gonna be so busy. Helena, I don't think I can deal with just... I want a chance. Let me chase after you. You're the only one I want waiting for...
There's no need for a chance. I've decided...
Yay!
We only ever have one umbrella. And it's fine if we get a little... It'll seem...
Yay! Kurwa mać. Ach, w końcu. To znaczy, to jest piękna gra, wzruszyłem się. Wzruszyłem się, kurwa. Ale tak się cieszę, że to już koniec. Na razie.